John Kuzmich here, checking in with Richard Sussman, author or the co-author of a brand new jazz composition book called Jazz Composition and Arranging in the Digital Age, co-authored by Michael Abeni. Richard is from Upper Nyack, New York, and is a distinguished arranger, composer, teacher. I will let him do the honors, but we have what I call a landmark publication because it synthesizes and does a good job in getting all forms of notation software, sequencing software to interface with the book. Now, obviously, we're dealing with notation here, but we're dealing with composition. So without much ado, I would like to share this book with our readers and give Richard Sussman a chance to have some opportunity to explain why this book is indeed a landmark publication in the jazz education music technology era. So, Richard, we are now on candid camera, and you are looking at yourself and me, and for the best or the worst, I am very proud of this book because it has things in here that I don't know have been replicated by your predecessors, Sammy Nestico, you name it. So I'm going to give you the microphone here just to introduce what differentiates this book from countless others on the subject.
Okay, John. Well, thanks for the nice intro, and I hope that the book can make some contribution to jazz education in general. And basically, what I feel differentiates this book from others is, first of all, there's a lot of great books out there, including Sammy Nestico, as you mentioned. Don Sebesky's book is one that I learned with really years ago. But this book is carefully constructed, first of all, so that it can be used as a basis for a introductory college level course curriculum, first and second semester. Secondly, we cover both small groups and large groups, which a lot of the books out there currently don't. They tend to focus either on small group writing or full big band. So the first half of the book is dealing with basically writing for 3 to 4 and up to 6 horns, and then the last part of the book we go to full big band. Let's see. Of course, the obvious, most important twist that I think is unique about the book is that it demonstrates traditional arranging techniques, such as voicing for 8 brass and saxophones, close position, drop 2, all of that familiar stuff. But it presents it within the context of using notation software such as Finale or Sibelius to do the work. And as we both know, that's really the way that things are going these days. More and more people, especially younger kids, are working directly into the computer, and myself included. I came up writing pencil and paper the old-fashioned way, but now I write directly into Finale, and it saves a lot of time. There's a lot of advantages. So I just want to clarify that the book itself is, 90% of the book is really about writing for acoustic instruments. It's not about electronic music or anything like that. Although we cover some, basic aspects of MIDI and MIDI software at the beginning of the book, the primary focus of the book is on writing for traditional instruments, but as I said, within the context of using notation software. So then at the end of each chapter and throughout the book, we have little icons. There'll be a little computer icon or software tips, it's called, and there'll be a little tip of how to do a particular function in both Finale and Sibelius, and additional information on the companion website.
Well, I totally agree because it synthesizes composition with music technology, and it's generic, and generic means we're not stuck with a single product, and because of that, it is a musical treat. So I'm going to get into the music here and go on to the next slide. And can you tell me a little bit about this this example?
Yeah, okay, so sure. So what we're looking at now is example 8.3 from the book, and this is a page from the book. And I think pretty much all the slides now are going to be pages from the book. And I want to mention also again that if you buy the book, you get access to the companion website. So rather than coming with a CD, which was the old school technology up until a few years ago, now what Oxford has done is they've created a companion website. All the audio examples are on the website, so you can, you know, for each musical example throughout the book, if you see that little speaker icon there, it means go to the companion website and you can either stream or download the music example and listen to it. What we're looking at right here is a lead sheet for a tune that I wrote for the book called Analycity, because what this particular example is demonstrating is how to analyze a tune. And if you look closely at the example, you'll see that it's being analyzed both structurally, harmonically, and melodically. And the recording here, incidentally, I also want to mention that all of the recordings, well, not all of them, but I'd say 98% of the recordings of the music examples here were recorded by Manhattan School of Music students or recent graduates 2 summers ago in a marathon 2-day session. And this is an example now just played by a quartet trumpet player with rhythm. And so if you want to click the speaker button, the folks can hear this tune.
And needless to say, I really appreciate the box at the bottom with the analysis and the musical adventure, because the charts are classy and musical and enticing for anyone to want to compose music. So we have now here another slide dealing with the philosophical and aesthetic considerations. Can you expand on that?
Sure. Before I go there, let me just say that that last example on what's on the website actually is we let the guys stretch out a little bit. So it's actually, the whole cut is about 4 minutes long, and they're all like really, there's so much talent at Manhattan School of Music. These guys really sound great, so hopefully the readers will appreciate that. One other thing, just to get back to the first question, is in terms of what sets this book apart, I think we took great care to construct the musical examples to actually sound musical, in addition to illustrating certain the various